So if anybody on here is my Facebook friends, you would have seen that I just tried to go live to do a general reading for everybody today, but I guess the Lord said not yet, maybe not live, or maybe just the signal is bad. But anyway, let's get into this reading. First card we have is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. So what it looked like to me is he's reflecting on life, looking on the outward world, but since it's reversed, maybe we're looking into ourselves. Anytime when there's a card that I don't normally see, I have my trusty tarot book. So we have the Two of Wands in reverse. What does that mean? Okay, after consulting my book, the Two of Wands means overanalyzing, fear of unknown, and okay, after consulting my book, the Two of Wands means overanalyzing, fear of unknown, and no direction. The interpretation for this card is well thought out plans can become an excessive desire to control one's environment. The fool must make peace with the fact that some things will always be surprising. On the other hand, he may have no plan at all. He may have enthusiasm but no strategy. Without it, he goes nowhere. Work becomes inefficient. Focus must be balanced with spontaneity. So, if you have any plans today, make sure that it's worth whatever you're doing, Don't just go blindly into doing stuff. Like me, maybe I needed to, let Facebook know that I was finna do that instead of just trying to go live and, talk that. But this isn't about me. This is just a reading. So the reflection on this for anybody that they want to go through with the plan or just taking the day as it goes. The reflection for this Two of Wands in reverse, they want to go through with the plan or just taking the day as it goes. The reflection for this Two of Wands in reverse. Are you overthinking? When you try to create the safest plan with the highest chance of success, does it stop you from taking action? Does overanalyzing come from fear, perfectionism, or low confidence? What do past projects tell you about the way you work towards goals? Knowing your usual style can help eliminate your potential pitfalls. So the action for that would be to make peace with unpredictability. You can't control everything, so just go with the flow, And I'm sitting here trying to let me finish reading. Your plans may be wonderful, but there will always be something that goes wrong. Understand the worst case scenario can actually help decrease anxiety. Embrace spontaneity. Trust that you have the ability to think on your feet and be realistic about what you can predict. Consider ways to act on your instinct and become more spontaneous. So instead of, consider ways to act on your instinct and become more spontaneous. So instead of, not taking the unknown, maybe you should take the unknown. Maybe you should just go out and do whatever you want without worrying about fear or what the next person is going to say. So let's go with the next card. The next card is Seven of Cups. So as you can see, there's a person here with a lot of choices right now, there's a lot you can do. There is I don't want to say there's no right or wrong answer, but you always make the choice. It's your choice, whatever it is you want to do. So let's go to the book. What am I reading? What am I reading for? It's supposed to be general. Daydreaming, fantasy, decision, fatigue. Okay, the fool is offered a dazzling array of choices, some leading to fame, power, wealth, and others to love, joy, and life's simple pleasures. Each has its own. Okay, the fool is offered a dazzling array of choices, some leading to fame, power, wealth, and others to love, joy, and life's simple pleasures. Each has its own allure, so she finds herself lost in those daydreams, wishing and hoping without actually taking any action. She must truly know herself and apply a healthy dose of reason in order to turn fantasy into reality. Your reflection: are endless options enticing and tempting you, seductive in their own way? Are you avoiding reality in lieu of pursuing some far off fantasy? What dreams do you have that allow you to remain daydreaming without taking action? Can you turn romantic, professional, or creative daydreams into actionable plans? Hold on, let's take a second. Okay, with all the options that you have today, just be careful with whatever option you do choose, but don't get stuck with just looking at okay, with all the options that you have today, just be careful with whatever option you do choose, but don't get stuck with just looking at the options of what you can do. Actually work on it. So the action is to list the consequences of the things that you want to do. Make a list of the best and worst possible outcomes. Understand what can be lost and gained with each choice. Don't let possibilities float disorganized in your head. Putting things down on paper makes them feel real. So my choice for me today was to come outside and do this reading. I have been I kind of been running around this week because some things happening and I've been, trying to decompress. But I've been kind of putting this off. So here I am. The consequences right now is it could rain. I could lose a little energy from reading this, maybe, I don't know. But I don't think that's gonna. I'm just chilling today, so everything's fine, in my opinion. Be realistic. Identify paths you can actually work toward and follow them with passion. I'm just chilling today, so everything's fine, in my opinion. Be realistic. Identify paths you can actually work toward and follow them with passion. This is me acting towards that by moving towards this new venture. Hey, to scale down your dreams. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing affair. Our dreams can come true, or at least a version of them. Identify how you can scale down dreams to make them more practical and achievable. So, everybody that knows me knows I want to be a performer. I am the male Beyonce. I want Rock Nation and all of that. But lately I've been trying to figure out how can I, get social media famous or whatnot. So how can I put myself out there and, broadcast myself without feeling weird or, all that extra anxiety stuff. It's different when you're on stage, but hey, maybe this could be my new stage, right? New choice. And the third card is Jesus. Look at this. Maybe this could be my new stage, right? New choice. And the third card is Jesus. Look at this bitch right here. I don't like this card. It looks like depression and some other shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of swords. 9 of swords it looked like depression, misguidance, or some bullshit, right? So make sure we making the right decisions. But let's go to the book. See what's up. 9 of swords and upright. Worry, nightmares, anxiety, fear, guilt, or shame. Am I a little scared? Just a little bit. If the fool never released himself in the 8 of swords, then wait, what? Okay, so these are my lunar oracle cards. I got them from Tarjay. Yes, I got them from Tarjay. Harness the power of the moon, 36 cards, and a guidebook. So what we're going to do is open this up. She's pretty. Open this up.
They're going to want to go over there.
And we're going to shuffle these.
All right, you guys go.
Now let's pull a card. Create space for dreams that inspire your reality. As I am, I've been wanting to get outside and read some cards and record it. So get out, do whatever it is. Make sure you have a sacred space where you can express and do the things that you want to do. And I guess that's my reading for today. Peace and love, and take. Okay. So a fool never released himself in the 8 of swords. Then he then confronts the 9 with the cold logic of the swords room in court. Okay. So a fool never released himself in the 8 of swords. Then He then confronts the nine with the cold logic of the swords room. It courts an endless series of questions, worries, anxiety, and doubts can result. Nightmares run wild, and the world feels inhospitable and ominous. She is haunted by the thought of what terrible events could be lurking around the corner. I don't feel that fear though, so if y'all are worried about some consequence or something bad happening with a choice that you want to make, don't let that fear stop you. During the daytime, you may forget your worries because there are so many distractions, but when you lie down at night, what conversations or scenarios will play in your head? Does an offhand comment by your partner turn into a fixation? In the quiet of the night, our minds can run in circles, tormenting us. What keeps you awake? So what's stopping you? What's blocking you? What's making you feel like you not comfortable? Peace, love, light, and as my grandma always say, take Jesus with you. No matter where you going at, God don't care. He'll still love you wherever you at. And that goes a long way, y'all. Really take that in. Wherever you are, whatever you doing, just keep God in mind, and He gonna be there for you. And just, listen, of course, that. All right, y'all. For this is to crunch the numbers, compare the number of things that you have worried about in your life. Remember, we had to make that list, so compare